Wine became jovial after seeing Daniel. She couldn't have the stamina to walk towards them. After seeing him sitting in between them, while his face also felt junk, was smiling, so Wine tried to force a fake smile not to hide her feelings. They walked towards them and she met with his parents. Daniel pretended to be happy for his brother, but his heart was burning with jealousy and regret. Wine sat down on the other couch with Janko. Mrs. Joy asked her, "So, Wine, what is your age?" She said, while smiling, but his parents looked at him shockingly, and Wine also looked at him, and she's still studying. "I can't leave her there." His mom realized his suspicion of her eyes of her house. "You did good. I'm happy for you both. We are thinking of arranging the wedding of your both." "Okay, so Wine, you are the same age as Danny." And Wine looked at him and again turned her gaze and nodded. His mother is also forcing him to get engaged. "But isn't he his brother?" she asked confusedly. They smiled and "No, but they are like brothers, they are cousins. Like our older son, he is the son of Mr. Joy's sister." My smiled still didn't look at him. His face was giving her heartbreak. Okay, they asked him anything, but she was never because of Daniel's stage. He didn't turn his gaze from her from one side. Janko didn't notice because he never thought about it. After that, they sat down for dinner. Maids placed all the dishes for them. She was sitting with Jangwon, or Danny was sitting in front of it. Warren avoided him. They started eating, but suddenly one felt his foot touching her. She saw that Jangwon was teasing, but when she looked at it, it was Daniel. She didn't say anything and pulled away her foot because she was sitting in with so many people. After dinner, they went to their rooms. Vine was standing while looking at her closed blanket. There were so many questions running in her mind. Suddenly, he grabbed her waist and she looked back. Then he smiled. "What are you doing here for half an hour?" "I came here for night, so actually I don't have a habit of changing clothes for sleeping. Don't chat me. I know I'm clumsy." She said just, and she lied. "Because I'm changing for you." He smiled and he hugged her. "You look good in everything you wear." She smiled and hugged him back. She always felt peace hugging. There was something in him which attracted her from the first day. He broke the gap. "Will come back after saying." He went out. He was sitting on the bed by using his cell phone. She went to him and sat down. Where sat beside him while laying her head on his chest. He started scratching her hair, but her cell phone was buzzing up after every minute. At first she ignored it, but she grabbed the cell phone. "Who's disturbing you?" Why? He asked. "It's from wrong number." It was Daniel who was testing her like crazy. He's asking her why she married him. It was obvious she married him because his mother humiliated her, and also he also became a mama who had that time listening to his mother. So she chose self-respect and married Junko in anger just to make everything clear that she couldn't die without Daniel. She wanted to show him that she could everything. She wouldn't beg him. The next day, Van woke up, but Junk was sleeping. She looked at him and leaned towards him, and she did. It was a pig. Her cheeks turned red. He was the man of her bigger dreams. But he was sleeping beside her. She got up and walked in the washroom. Up. She came downstairs and checked the kitchen. Nobody was there, so he peacefully sat down on the chair and started drinking the water. Suddenly, Daniel entered, and she looked at him. It was looking like he was waiting for her. "Why do you marry her? Didn't you love me?" She was getting pissed. "Do you forget when you said you couldn't do anything because your mother wouldn't let me marry you?" "Oh, so now Janku is a man. I am not." She was about to smile, but she controlled it. I had a plan. "I wanted to marry you after becoming a successful man, but no one can stop me. But you don't feel, didn't feel me because your love was fake. You was doing a drama. All you want Janku from the first day. I loved you so much, but you did not. Just because of temporary anger, you did this." She was looking into his eyes. They were looking so hurt and looking like he cried all night. They were small. His voice was low and not her outlook, but she couldn't do anything because she did what she wanted. Suddenly they heard footsteps and she pushed him and Mrs. Jo entered. She looked at them. "What are you doing here?" I'm going." She nodded and he walked her. Mrs. Joy came to Vine and started talking with her. She was so kind, not like her mother. Vine never imagined this. She was happy. At evening, Van was sitting with his parents and he was also there. Daniel came with his bag. "And where are you going?" His mother asked. "I'm going to mom, dad." "Why? They will come at night." "Not actually. I want something from my house." "Okay, you can go." He smiled and he met them for the last time and walked. Van was feeling bad because she didn't want to regret marrying Janku. But she didn't feel good. She was feeling like she betrayed Daniel. It was hard for her to see his condition, but she couldn't do anything. She kept quiet. Everything was going well. There was no toxicity. She was living me peacefully, and today was their official wedding. She was happy because everything arranged according to her. She was looking at it was a dream dress which she never imagined to wear. She was thinking that she was in a dream because everything was going according to her. Nobody ever asked her, but now they did everything according to her choice. She came out was smiling everything, but everyone was looking at her. She was so happy, but then she looked at Danny and her face fell. He was standing there while holding his tears. Even though they were just 18, but she was his first love. His heart was breaking to see her like this. He turned her gaze towards Yangon and tried to smile because she didn't want to ruin her wedding. Her sister was looking at her full of jealousy. Her mother was giving one that gaze, but Pine didn't look at them. Mom, look how she's happy after snatching him from me. Mom, believe me, she knew her dad loved him so much. I even proposed him when you don't say in so many people. They got married and he met everyone. His parents behaved so well with her in front of everyone. Winnie was crying and heartbroken, but someone was also shocked to see her with Jungwon. That was Daniel's mother. She never accepted to see them together. She looked at Daniel and told her that she's a gold digger. He took her deeply and got up from there. His mother angrily looked at her, unsurprised. Well, after the wedding, they came back, and from there, Ryan entered the room with him. He was so happy, and she was happy, but was sad also. After seeing Daniel, so she didn't want to ruin that moment. The room was decorated, and she became more happy. He walked towards the flower and touched them. He was behind her. He touched her back, and she looked at me, smiled, and put his face in her eye. What if you do? I will not, and never. I will also. He smiled, and she leaned towards him. The next day, Daniel's mom, she had said, why did he marry her? Didn't he know about she's not and it's her own choice? Well, he is more pretty than her and wanted for Daniel. What did he see in Ryan? What does your husband see in you? You got also rejected many times. But your husband married you and so people called him more handsome and charming. Why do you always so conscious about beauty? And Ryan is pretty and I found Winnie fake. Her behavior is fake. I don't know what you see in her. They had dinner together and mine was so happy to see all the people who were getting jealous. She wanted them to die out of jealousy. She saw them more. Now she was sitting there while smiling, their face was coming into her mind. She was feeling proper, saying, are you thinking about me? She flinched and looked at him who was sitting behind her. You scared me. And when did you enter? She asked. I entered 10 minutes ago. You were busy in my imagination. What are you thinking? I was thinking about my favorite hero. You know, what are you thinking about? Why are you thinking about him was smiling? Actually, I was thinking about his movie. He had a great history with his co-actor. Why would I think about you when we live together? So you can't think. I always think about it. She was looking at him silently. She didn't know what to say, so she got up. Where are you going outside? Why? Because I want to. But I will not let you go. She picked it up from behind and spun in the air. She giggled and he also. His parents smiled after listening to their giggles. Yeah, others want him to be happy because they never had enough time to give him, so they were happy for him. He's happy, his mother hummed. But I think Vine is so young. She's not, she shows him. They love each other. After a week, he came to play the match, and Vine came to see his match. In every minute, he looked at her and smiled. Sean looked at him after noticing one them. You are behaving like a teenage boy, so do you have a problem? No. Instead was smiling, and Jungle again started playing. She came there many times before, but today she came there as his wife. He was happy and feeling so good. She was also smiling. Winnie was also there when she was looking at her with hateful eyes. He came towards Ryan. Let's go, I'm free now, she nodded. Ed Rumi was staring at her while listening to her stories. He never thought that he would fall in love with someone. He never took any girls seriously because they always empowering. When he turned 24, he had no one beside him and no she was with him. He listened to her, did everything which she ordered. Now his face was resting over his right hand and left hand. Her lips were getting dry. She didn't stop talking, so he gave her a quick. She got shocked and pulled her towards him. I need lip balm. Bye when you have me. The next day, man was leaving, but he was staring at her. His face was smiling when he touched her cheek. Nothing happened between them because he didn't want to go further. The relationship was still so healthy for him. He never thought that she would be so much happy after getting married. It was looking like she was his crush. He wanted to live his whole life with her. 1 month later, everything was going well. Ryan and Jungkook were living too happily, and today our in-laws were going better. Her mother-in-law loved her so much she came into her room to give her some gifts when Ryan was in the room. Vikaina's mom was in their house because she came to meet them. She entered her mind was not that she decided to put the gift on the table. And she thought that, and after seeing the test, she thought that wine got, and she and Jungkook went to see the doctor. She got happy after putting the gifts. She went out happily. Mrs. Webb was smiling, and what happened? Why are you smiling? Daniel's mom asked, and she told her. Daniel's mom's smile dropped, and what? Yes, I'm happy. Finally, after a baby come, she was telling, but she was getting jealous. She came back from there and looked at her age and her actions. I mean, she's really a gold digger. She got that means she was ready to pour the baby just for the moment money. Daniel and his mother, sister were eating the food. Whom are you talking about? Mom who got wine. Daniel's mom put this one and looked at her while the food got stuck in his mouth. So He started coughing. Why do you hate her so much after? And if Janku doesn't have problem of her being a gold digger, then why do you have? Mom, tell me this too. Diana, please don't start. Tell me this too. He suddenly got up. Yes, this is true. I always warned you about her. Look now. Look at her now. Crying over a useless girl who will become a mother in a few months. He threw this phone on the table and went to his room. What's wrong with him? He will change after getting married. Married, don't worry. He entered the room while his tears started falling. He banged the door and kicked his things. Mom was about you. He said while kicking his things, he had gone crazy after hearing the news. He couldn't bear this. He was already suffering from heartbreak, but this more was more than that. His love was pure. Actually, they both misunderstood each other. Now he sat down while holding his head. His tears were falling, and he was crying. The same thing happened with him, which happened with Ryan when he left. He was forced to leave when he made a mistake by not telling her. While on the other man came back and she met his friends, one tell me and three his mother asked her man became shocked up hearing her. No, her smart father they were in the they looked at him and she was looking embarrassed and scared. What do you put in there? I forgot it while cleaning. I'm sorry. It's okay, you can go. The maid nodded and his mother looked at her. It is my mistake. It's okay, mom. I shouldn't have thought of this. Don't take tension. I don't mind it. She hugged and she didn't take this serious because someone was dying after knowing about this. In the room, when we should go somewhere, let's go to. Okay, she became excited. She never went out of the country, so it was surprising for her. Okay, I will book tickets and let's go enjoy. Wine noodle was smiling. Sometimes she couldn't believe that our life changed. She loved this. No one was there to scold or decade her. She lay down excitedly. Her eyes were adding me was talking to someone for tickets. Her dreams were becoming true. That night, she slept so happily. After a week, they both went on trip together. She saw the paradise for the first time. Then was afraid to sit in it. She was feeling so rich and luxurious. They came out of the chat and there were so many guards standing there to welcome. They greeted them and opened the door for them. She sat down in the car and she was looking outside, was smiling and was getting amazed to see the beautiful Grace. He was looking at her. Sometimes he felt bad for her because she lived her life in so many words of the worst people. She did which she didn't deserve. He wanted to make her happy. He was not too mean as her family was so kind with her. While on the other hand, Dan was looking outside as his heart was still breaking, thinking about her. His eyes were tired now. He didn't want to earn money. He didn't want to work there. He just wanted to go away. His mother came towards him and it was hurtful to her to see him like this. Danny did something, she said. Why are you doing this? Forget her. You are so young and we'll find a good girl for you. She's not the last girl. People forget whom they love when they get older. You have no to understand. Why are you punishing yourself? You look at her. She's happy and now on vacation with him. They are living a happy life and crying over her. Okay, his mother smiled and she got up. Come out for dinner. He nodded and she walked out. His mind started hurting as he started to think that one she didn't betrayed him. How could she be happy with Janko if she loved him so much? This was eating him. He didn't understand why it was affecting him so much. His mother was right. She was not the last girl. Daniel spoke. Am I not handsome rich? I accepted I leave her just for us. I didn't know that she would marry someone behind my back. How can she do this? That means she lied that she left me. She only wanted money from the first day. She wasn't like this. She what happened to her? How she changed so much? Why is this affecting me like that? Why my heart sank just by thinking about them. She used me to get away from her family. She faked everything. She was having affair with him and I left her. I had my reasons. I wasn't a way answer like I wasn't answer like her. She didn't do good. I got depressed and anxiety and my mental health destroyed. She always wanted him. The next day, Van was wearing a gloves and he was helping her. They were going on ice skating. She looked at him while smiling and he smiled because her nose was at he kissed her at her and grabbed her hand but was about to quack, but suddenly his was starting. He picked up the collar and Daniel is in the hospital because he mistakenly drinks poison. What he shockingly said. What happened? She asked. He cut the call and was so worried. Daniel is in the hospital. He accidentally drank poison wine's eyes written as her heart sank after saying hearing this. Is he okay? No, he's in critical condition. He will get back. Okay. She hummed. Her eyes were shocked. What do you mean? Let's go to the room. I'm feeling tired. Oh, okay. By the way, Mom will inform me about his health. Why nodded and didn't show him that her heart was pounding. They went back to their rooms. After a week, they came back and the vacations got on. I didn't feel any happiness after hearing about After hearing about Daniel, Janku tried to make her happy, but she was just happy in front of me. She didn't want Daniel to die. She wouldn't bear the pain. She loved Janku, but didn't want to leave him. But the death of Daniel would affect her life. She was so worried. They came to see me. He was still in hospital. Janku treated her him like brother, so he was also worried about him. Daniel was getting better now. They were sitting in front of him. Are you okay now? He nodded. Well, Daniel, why don't you see the water before ringing? I was not in my right mind. I was sick. I don't know Jungle got son. I wanted to ask from his doctor. He got up and your doctor wants to talk with me. So he already walked out. He turned his back towards mine and she was looking down. Don't have this time, not look in the eyes, you know. Your mother insulted me so many times and you said you couldn't do anything and I were blaming that for you. It was hard for him to speak. I wanted to become successful person, but then nobody stopped me. But you were in love with him. No, you didn't tell me. So he is good for you. Yes, he are good as a respectful man. Now he stop doing this. Stop believing. You're not a baby. You can't move on. He was staring at her son and her heart was breaking while saying harsh words, but she didn't want him to do anything wrong and also she didn't want him to come. Acting like a coward and please stop blaming me. We were nothing just like friends. His eyes frowned. We did nothing was between us more than friends. Then why do you cry for me so much? Because you were my only friends. You forgot everything so easily. Nothing was to remember. He didn't say about and junk wanted. He wanted to like when she said what she said, but she didn't want to go for. He talked to him and then they went out. Devuge came back and she was sitting by staring outside sun and the grief was so much for her. He looked at her. Why are you okay? He asked. He looked at him and nodded. He was assuming her behavior. Why she was behaving like this? Come to me. She sat beside him and looked at her. Why I'm feeling that you are not happy with me? Are you regretting me? You don't have to think about this. I'm not happy. I'm happy with you. I became the happiest girl after marrying you. He smiled and hugged her. She hugged him back and closed her eyes. After a month, there was a party going in the mansion held by his father. She was dressed up and everyone was invited, even when he businessman, but she only saw in the news. She was happy that her good, but her day got ruined after seeing Dan and his mom. But she tried to maintain her happiness. She didn't want to get depressed. Now she was walking from here. Leave him. She looked at him. Have you lost your mind? Leave him or I will get engaged with your sister. Her eyes wide and she stared at him. I know you can't see that. I know what hurts you. Leave him or marry me. I will not leave him. You can do what you want. He smiled and okay. He walked out while smiling and she was heartbroken. She hated his, but now it was fate. It hurt her so much and that he agreed to get engaged with Winnie. But she couldn't do anything because she didn't want to leave her husband. The bow of seeing Winnie happy with him hurt her because all her life her family only want to and she didn't want to become them happy. At night, Janko was smiling while entering the room. He looked at her and his smile funny. He was worried why she was becoming like this. She stopped talking and telling him her stories. She stopped laughing. She stopped getting too comfortable with him. She stopped hugging him. He was feeling that one, but he wanted to know the reason. He walked towards her. After seeing him, she smiled and he became happy. She was no more behaving like that. Janko, where were you? I was waiting for you. I was with my friends. Okay, but now listen to me. Norian sat down beside her. He became happy and listened to her story. He didn't want her to get bored of him because she once started to behave like this. After a few months of the day of Daniel's engagement came and it was in Janko's mansion. It was weeks where they arranged it here. Everything prepared in front of them. She got ready and was there to face everyone. After looking at herself in the mirror, last time she walked out. She came in heartbroken after seeing them together. She was smiling, which was hurting like her. He looked at her and smiled. Her mother was so happy how they all got happy after hurting and destroying her. She sat down and pretended to be happy. Janko also came and sat down with her. The ceremony was going well. Everyone was so happy except one. She didn't want them together. She hated to see them together. She stayed silent and didn't say about her behavior was open. Janko noticed it. He was not liking it. One was losing her thoughts and didn't know that he was going. Go staring at her, nodding her. He wanted to ask her about the reason for behavior. He turned his face. He was also upset after seeing her. She met with his cousin and everyone. They all were nice, but suddenly his cousin were. Well, he looked at everyone and again tried to check her bag. But her necklace was gone. She wanted to stay quiet, but who stole Ash's necklace? Daniel's mom asked. Wine was looking at them because she didn't need any necklace. Nobody knew that about it, so everyone started saying they didn't know. When his mom Vine has a habit of stealing. Check her purse, Mrs. Joanne, and Vine looked at her shocking, but I was saying, Winnie. Yes, I'm right. She always steals my things. She has so many necklaces. Why would she steal an ordinary necklace? Check her purse, then you will believe me. Winnie said while accusing Vine. I didn't see anything. She's lying. Then show us your purse. You are no one to ask her while sitting in her house. She got angry. Everyone was not looking at her parents. Trauma was coming back. Everyone was looking at her thoughtfully. Her heartbeat increased as she got inserted in between so many people. Janku was still inside when Mrs. Joy was came outside. But I'm not strong in checking. I said she didn't. Don't you understand? Winnie is her sister. She knows her better. But I didn't. You all should get out of this house now. No one has right to insult my daughter-in-law here. Daniel was looking at them. He looked at Minnie. Why didn't steal anything, and who thinks that get out of the house now? She didn't like that they all started insulting her in between so many people. She got angry even while that was about to burst because of her humiliation. She looked at her mother-in-law and tears were in her eyes. While on the end his hands were tightly holding the diary and he was shocked and heartbroken in the diary. I always loved Daniel. He's my everything. He's my first love. When he left, it felt like my whole world crashed. His mom hated me. She forced him to leave me, and he didn't stop worrying about me, loving me. He still loved me. He gave me protection. He helped me a lot. He was with me when I was alone. He did everything just to make me happy. I wanted him so badly. But the humiliation and bad behavior of his mother separated us. The memories of him is still alive in my mind. I can't forget him. He left me because of my sister. She told my mother and his mother. They separate us just to hurt her. I married Janko. I had no interest in Janko. I never liked that type of wife. She loved him, and I knew that. So I just to hurt her, I married him. I didn't know that he would marry me because there was no love between us. When I heard that Daniel's mom wanted me, but Daniel couldn't do anything, so I decided to marry Janko just to hurt everyone. A part of me still want him. I came back from vacation because of Daniel. I couldn't see him dying. I wanted to see my forced Django to come because I wanted to see Daniel. The tension was eating me. Daniel was in bad condition because he heard about a of mine. He doesn't know how much he's important for me. Seeing him with Minnie broke my heart. I just can't bear forget Daniel. I think so. I'm in love with him. About my husband, I wanted to run with Daniel, but what about Janko? I'm stuck. But the memories of Daniel are still in my mind. I can't forget him. I will never, I hope he will never know to get engaged with when he deserves a better life who can love him. I love him, but can't make him happy. I shouldn't have married him or sold my mistake. He gave in a few drops of tears, swallowed and didn't accept this. He was heartbroken. That's why she was not happy. His mind was started hurting, and he couldn't process anything. He looked at her and she looked at her, his dead daddy. Then to him, she was also crying because of her humiliation. He put the diary in front of her. What is this? Is this true? She didn't say a word. How can you do this to me? Why prayed with me? Why use me for hate and jealousy? Why she upset and you did it just to hurt your sister, but you forgot about me? Said something once, said something. She looked at him, didn't say anything. You cousin him when he caused me of feeling. And why are you telling me this? And when I'm no one for you, go tell your daddy and just tell me everything. I'm asking last time with her eyes. Well, she didn't remember when he had reread and when and she remembered her as well about her earlier. After seeing her silence, he left her and took a deep breath. He couldn't bear the pain and bored. You know, if what your sister is really better for me, I should have married her, as you wrote. At least she wouldn't do this. Do you think that I deserve this? But I gave a solution. Yes, you don't want to leave me, so I will not force you. Can go to your Daniel. No one can stop you now. You're still loving.